AITA for not telling a girl I was a lesbian before inviting her over? 27F. Lesbian. I'm a grad student. There's a girl in my department, Natalia, who I'm not really friends with, but who has on more than one occasion, while tipsy at a party or get-together, confided in me about how horribly her boyfriend treats her during winter break at a uni party. She told me she was scared that he might escalate, and that she has nowhere to go because she moved cities for him and didn't know anybody. I gave her my address and told her that even though we don't know each other that well, she can always come crash on my couch if she feels the need. No questions asked, and that I'd help her to the best of my ability. She ended up doing just that this Saturday. Showed up with a backpack full of clothes and told me she was scared to go back home. I made us something to eat and sat down with her to try and figure out what steps she wanted to take next. She complimented the food and I told her I couldn't take the credit because it's my girlfriend's recipe. She asked if I meant girlfriend as in dating. I said yes, and she took her bag and got up. Said I should have told her I liked girls, and that she would have never come if she knew that. Then told me it looks like I'm trying to take advantage of her, and that she wouldn't have come if I was a man. So me being a lesbian was the same thing. She left, and I honestly don't really know how to feel about it. She sent me a text afterwards to write irate that my deception was really messed up, and that she felt preyed on. I've never mentioned my GF to her because I never spoke that much to her to begin with. I don't think she even knows my last name. We don't see each other much and the only time we'd talk is at parties when she'd seek me out to vent for some reason. Not only am I not interested in her, I have a girlfriend I've been in a loving relationship with for 2 years and who I intended to move in with once our leases are up. My GF is on my side, but my best friend kind of agrees with Natalia that I'm in the wrong. I don't ever want to make someone uncomfortable, so I'd genuinely like to know if what I did was wrong so I could apologize and never do it again. AITA? NTA. Honestly, what an insane reaction from her. Maybe you could chalk it up to stress, but I can't imagine leaving a safe environment for one you feel unsafe in just because the host has a girlfriend. There was no deception on your part. You didn't owe her your sexuality or a heads up that you have a girlfriend. She may have unjustifiably felt preyed on, but you weren't preying on her. And it sounds like that comes from her own gross misconceptions about lesbians. You were very welcoming, and wonderful to offer her a place to stay if she were in need. It's not your fault she blatantly disrespected you for it. NTA. You weren't inviting her for a date or sleepover or casual movie night. You told her she can use your place literally as a shelter from her abusive boyfriend. I am sorry she is treating you like this. This is beyond offensive, but none of this is your fault and there is no logic at all in her claim that you tried to take advantage. The very least, you wouldn't be mentioning your girlfriend? You are not required to disclose your sexuality to everyone, and not disclosing is not being deceptive. She made the judgment call based on her relationship with you that you were a safe person to seek assistance from, and you being a lesbian has no bearing on that, particularly when you are already in a committed relationship. Sorry that you faced homophobia from her. NTA. Yup. 'Cause inviting an abused woman to crash on your couch obviously means you need to ravage her because of your unquenchable lesbian urges. NTA. This woman is unhinged. NTA. But deep down you must have already known that, right? You opened up your home to an acquaintance experiencing domestic violence. In return she accused you of preying on her. Of course you did nothing wrong. Does she think that lesbians are supposed to wear a sticker so everyone can tell? Homophobia is truly so tragic because this woman literally needs help, and you're able to provide her with it. but she refuses to take the help because of her own bigotry. Straight people are weird, and many of them do not believe that a straight man and woman can have a non-sexual relationship. NTA. The relevant piece of information would have been that you, or I subs someone else with access to the home, were sexually interested in her. If you had been, I'd agree that you should have been open about it. But as you know, being a lesbian is not the same as being sexually interested in every single woman. The most generous explanation I can come up with is that being in the home of someone who is sexually interested is a vulnerable thing for her, and, given her experience, she's reacting to even hints that that might be the case, but I still wouldn't expect you to predict it. NTA. Obviously. The craziest part of this whole story is your best friend agreeing with her. NTA. So, lesbians are just like straight guys. Eh? You'd hit on her for sure. Come on. She's just being homophobic. You're only trying to help her out. I'm sorry that your best friend is defending a homophobe being homophobic. I hope she can realize that she was in the wrong for defending such bigoted behavior. Otherwise, you may want to look for a new best friend. My best friend kind of agrees with Natalia that I'm in the wrong. Ew. Some friend. She chose homophobia over personal safety. JFC. Good luck to that girl, I guess. NTA. What does being a lesbian have to do with anything? NTA. Being nice to people sometimes sucks. My daughter is straight. Her best friend is female and gay. Because gay people can have straight friends and vice versa. Your friend is an asshole for assuming you would fancy her and were helping only to take advantage. What a sad outlook. In what world should gay people have to explain their sexuality to every potential friend? NTA. NTA. Though I can understand where the other woman is coming from when she says she wouldn't have come over any more than if it were a man. But she is wrong to assume you were deceiving her. You're innocent here. When people meet casually, not dating or looking for dates, it's not normal for people to announce their sexuality randomly. Her misunderstanding isn't from anything you did or didn't do. She jumped to conclusions on her own. Don't beat yourself up. You're good. And you're a kind person on top of it all. The way you want to be sure you didn't do wrong and how you opened your home to someone in need. Your girlfriend's a lucky woman. NTA. You offered an escape path. You didn't make any moves on her. If you were trying to take advantage, you'd have never mentioned your girlfriend. You weren't deceiving anyone. Your relationship status had nothing to do with anything. Reasonable people don't go around announcing their sexuality while offering to help someone escape an abusive situation. It's not relevant. What would she have done if she'd shown up only to find out you were living with a guy? She's stressed and jumping at shadows. I get that, to a degree, but she really jumped here by assuming that you'd take advantage of her just because you're into girls. That's actually pretty insulting, when you think about it. NTA. On top of only offering to let her crash on your couch. The fact you're in a committed long-term relationship should have disarmed any inappropriate feelings that she made up in her mind. No good deed goes unpunished, and all that. No. She's making an assumption all men and lesbians are predatory. TBF, it could be because she currently feels unsafe anyway. But you shouldn't have to disclose sexuality. You offered a safe space based on what she told you. Turn it on the head. You never asked, so it never occurred to me it was a relevant issue for you. NTA at all. As a fellow queer, this makes my blood boil. You should let her know that her actions are homophobic. NTA, you need some better friends.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.